Come on. Come on. There we go. That's awesome. Give everyone just a little bit of time. Come in here. Ooh, we'll do
We're earning unlimited.
And maybe one more.
Hi, friend. Welcome.
Okay, let's get into this. All right.
From Midwest Farms,
barbecue.
craft
We're
your
just starting right off with the Beard Meats Food thing. Biggest barbecue
mayo,
sandwich
the
challenge
heart
in
of every
Vegas.
table.
This is the perfect pair for your iPhone, and it replaces 3 different chargers. So when I travel, I don't pack extra cables, I don't have to pack extra bricks. This covers my phone, my watch, and anything USB Type-C. It's probably the most useful thing in my travel bag. This is the Ridge Magnetic Power Bank. It snaps on with MagSafe, so no cables, no guessing, 20-watt fast charging, 10,000 milliamp hours, and just locks in. This is what...
Alright, today we're picking up a man who is so old, he uploads his YouTube videos in sepia. That's right, longtime friend of the channel, the Big Papa, Notorious.
Damn! Apparently a Blue Jay left a game. One of the players of the Toronto Blue Jays, to be specific, after a ball thrown by a fan hits him. I'm sorry, but at that point, you should have to fight the player.
B.O.B. Bob Shout. Yeah.
And trust me, some of these ball players, some of these baseball players, they throw haymakers that would make a fucking boxer proud.
Notorious.
Here he is. I admittedly drove to the wrong hotel.
How about how embarrassing it is to walk down the street in front of 1,000 people, everybody guessing what B.O.B. stands for? You gotta make it purposely hard for you to get in, so you make... That's the prank of this video.
It's a Jeep, man. They don't come much bigger than this.
Damn, if you struggling to get in a Jeep, you might want to rethink some life choices.
What are we doing today? But in fact, don't tell me because I know it's gonna be big. Looks a little jank, but Bob, the best barbecues always are.
True. They're gonna make it even bigger because Bob always dresses in his Bob gear, so everyone asks him about, like, you know, what that is, and then he explains that he's a professional competitive eater. Then we're done for. Oh, they got banana pudding. That's one of my favorite puddings. I mean, it smells like smoke, but not cigarette smoke.
No, I'm very happy.
When you sent me all the information, I should really have looked at it, shouldn't I? That's actual size. 3 pounds of pulled pork, 3 pounds of hot links, 3 pounds of burnt ends, waffle fries, chipotle coleslaw, barbecue sauce on a 24-inch.
Jesus Christ! Okay, I just want to do this.
No, I'm very happy.
When you sent me all the information, I should really have looked at it, shouldn't I? That's actual
3 pounds of pulled pork, 3 pounds of hot links.
size. 3 pounds of pulled pork, 3 pounds of hot links, 3 pounds of burnt ends, waffle fries, chipotle.
3 pounds of burnt ends, waffle fries, and chipotle, whatever the fuck coleslaw. That's 9 pounds of food. There's no way this dude finishes it.
Coleslaw, barbecue sauce on a 24-inch roll. So that's gonna be what? At least 12 pounds. It's $175. You paid in advance, so if we lose, I'm not gonna feel too bad. I have to ask, whose idea was this? It's your idea.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the Englishman in me, but I'm sort of the opinion that it stops being a sandwich when you can't fit the top layer of bread on there. Is that just me?
There's no way they finish this fucking thing. Oh, okay. So they can tag team it. Alright, now maybe. But no one human except maybe the late great Andre the Giant could have finished this.
This is the last time I trust you when you say, do you want to go out and get lunch? The last time, man. All right, Rolling Smoke Barbecue in Las Vegas doing what has to be probably the biggest...
Alright, so... do you have to... can you tag team it, or... like, what's the rules? Or do you have to finish that son of a bitch by yourself?
barbecue sandwich ever assembled in the history of humanity, and if you can do it in 30 minutes, you get it for free. I could think of no one better to do this with than
Okay, at least
my
they
old
can
buddy,
tag team.
Notorious Bob. Should we get underway?
3, 2.
Hey, hang on. That doesn't look central for me.
The biggest thing that I would have a problem with is the olives. I hate olives.
Was it 30 minutes?
Yeah, you got it. A mere half an hour to dispatch this behemoth. Fortunately, you are allowed a partner with this one.
They didn't think about the practicality of this sandwich. Oh, the brisket is good though. Sorry, quiet time? Quiet time.
Yeah, nobody delivers the shut up and eat look quite like Bob. And to be fair, he's probably onto something because there's a reason only one team has ever beaten this thing.
Oh. You know what I'm looking forward to the least? The sausages. Do you like sausages?
No.
You want a sausage? You don't want a sausage.
They're definitely the hardest part of this challenge.
We're gonna lose, man. I'm not really hearing much support from the Avengers that assembled.
Let's go!
It's more like it.
You got this! You want some more? You got this!
Are you gonna eat any of this, or is it all me?
I was about to say that.
All he did was take the bread off. And look how far I go.
Yeah, I think maybe he's got me there. But I will leave the critical analysis on who ate what to you folks down in the comments, I think. Still plenty left to eat here.
You massaging your nipples?
Yes. We're gonna get serious now. We're gonna lose.
They're making a pretty good dent in it.
I was just notified that you have 21 minutes left. That's only because he's on his break right now, so he didn't want to come. that was the real answer I just got.
How do we get it all the way over here? You're breathing pretty heavy there, old man.
Come on, boys. You got this.
you're leaving scraps, then you would not approve.
I got you, big man. I got you.
Thank you.
Yeah, the older man's starting to wheeze a bit at this point. So, in the interest of aiding the already stretched emergency medical services of the District of Las Vegas, I didn't want him to have to work too hard.
You guys have 9 minutes left.
9?
9 minutes left.
What the?
She's kidding, she's kidding.
Oh, we're back now.
Thank God. It's gonna take us 5 minutes to get all the scraps.
Come on, BB, Team BB, you got this. Bob and Ian.
Oh, cheek.
I would really not enjoy eating this with a bunch of dudes looking at me. Chicks, fine. Dudes, no.
In case you missed that there, Wayne had the restaurant worker play a bit of a prank on us and tell us we had substantially less time remaining than we actually had. The scumbag.
What the heck are these things? They're not spicy, right?
I don't know.
Oh, they're sweet. 12 minutes, 26 seconds left.
You got this, guys. Woo! We believe in you.
I trade you 2 sausages for the rest of the sandwich. Deal.
See, I love sausages, so I'd probably take the deal.
Not a good trade.
Come on, man, we gotta hurry up.
Yeah, the cleanup operation is gonna take a while. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this installment, and as always, I shall catch you at the next one.
10.
I am literally so tired of John. I'm drawing it out so he has to eat one.
I know. It's gonna take us 5 minutes to get all the stuff off the block. I thought I was a messy eater. This is... I know this is disgusting, I'm sorry. All right, this is Beard Meats Food and Notorious Bob Shout, and that was Rowan Smoke Barbecue's ginormous barbecue sandwich challenge. Just about done.
Well, they did it.
Yeah, you don't be doing that.
I legitimately thought we were gonna lose. Can I get some of your banana pudding?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Thank you. That's the only thing that kept me going, the banana pudding.
Yeah, that's good.
How the hell does he have room for dessert? Well, anyway, let's get to the thing of this. Recipe. What the hell did I call this? Oh, Caesar salad. Yes, Apparently, this is how a chef makes a Caesar salad. Caesar salad is one of the simplest salads to make. It's literally just Caesar dressing. The only complicated thing there is anchovies, but most grocery stores sell anchovy paste. So, boom, there. And then, yeah, then it's just salad and croutons.
We're slow and steady wins. That's terrible advice. Things move fast in the modern workforce.
I'm at University of Phoenix, where I earn skills and courses I can put to use right away.
Earn career-relevant skills in weeks, not years, at University of Phoenix.
I can't help but feel like I owe everyone something. What about the people that owe me?
Just send a Zelle request in the Chase mobile app.
All right, chicken Caesar salad, a classic. And comes from Mexico in a hotel, invented by a guy named Caesar in a hotel in
Way down in Mexico.
Mexico in like the 1920s, so a long time ago. The chicken part came a lot later, in like the 60s, I believe.
It took 40 fucking years for somebody to take this salad and go, hey, maybe I'll add some chicken to it.
See, the Caesar salad originally was just romaine lettuce, croutons, the Caesar dressing, And believe it or not, apparently even anchovies weren't in the original recipe. They certainly are now, and I think they're integral, but apparently not original. We need some bacon, crispy bacon, so we're going to put that into a cold pan, and we're going to add a little bit of water. What the water does is helps with the render, so it'll help render.
I've never once done that in any of my bacon at all whatsoever.
The fat a bit, and then once it's evaporated, then it starts getting
Hello,
crispy.
dejuice.
People kind of freak out often when they see that. There is lots of ways to cook bacon. That's just one of them, and it's the method that I like to use, especially when doing this, because of the next ingredient that we need to make, which is the chicken. So the chicken, this is what I call a chicken supreme. It's basically a chicken breast with the skin on and still that little winglet on it. If you can't find this, then just chicken breast is fine, but I really like the crispy chicken skin.
Or if you take 5 minutes and learn how to debone a chicken, you can do this, but I don't care.
So I think it's good if you can find it, but I do realize that sometimes they're hard. While we're waiting for that bacon to do its thing, we're just going to get some salt onto the skin. If you're a person that likes to really heavily season their chicken with spices and stuff, go for it. No issue there.
Well, gee, cutie, if you actually bothered to say anything interesting, I might respond to it. But your only thing is open the lines, open the lines, open the lines, open the lines. I think I might starve you people from that for a while, just to see you guys go nuts.
For me, because of this dressing, I think, with the salad, I think the flavor profile that I'm really looking for is the dressing. I keep my chicken very kind of neutral flavored.
What, break down a chicken? Of course I can.
We'll put some pepper on the other side once it's cooking, but I don't do it now because I find pepper burns, especially once it's in a hot pan. So we'll let that, once this is done, we'll use some of the fat that's left over from the bacon to also help cook our chicken, because bacon fat's delicious.
I tend to agree. You diluted it down with water.
Croutons, French stick, just cut or half a centimeter thick.
In the States, that would be known as a baguette. I don't know where the fuck it's called a French stick. I can't tell if this guy's... I think this guy is either New Zealand or Australia.
Oil and salt on both sides into a 180-degree oven.
I do recommend... nothing wrong here, but I do recommend adding some pepper, too. Very few times will I add just salt or just pepper.
Probably 10 minutes, but after 5 minutes, to flip them all. Let those cool down a bit. And then eggs. So,
oh my god, you're a boomer, you're a boomer, you're a boomer. Gee, I could just not open the lines ever again, and then what would you have to complain about? See, this is why I say, cutie, you don't really say anything interesting for me to respond to. You're kind of like a child that's throwing a tantrum because they want another cookie. And the cookie is my time.
I like these kind of soft. I've cooked these, I had water boiling or simmering, and I cooked them for 7 minutes, and then I put them into cold water just to stop the cooking. We should have like a runny, jammy egg, but I don't know about anyone.
Does pepper not make things delicious? Oh, yeah, that's right, it does. But you watch that idiot Jake, and yeah, he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Else, but eggs always kind of get the better of me sometimes. I don't know why. Boiled eggs sometimes take long, sometimes don't take long. Maybe I'm just terrible at cooking eggs. That could be the reason. Romaine lettuce. You can use romaine, you can use iceberg. This is the traditional lettuce, this is the romaine lettuce. Or I like using baby gem sometimes as well. This is kind of, yeah, the traditional, like I said.
Oh, I love learning new things. Just things that I'm interested in, and learning to use Discord holds less interest in me than trying to figure out a way to sleep with Elton John.
We will kind of cut this lettuce up a bit, and we can do it now.
I mean, at least if I find a way to fuck Elton John, at least I did fuck a legitimate rock legend. So, I mean, I'm not gay, but hey, you got to take your shot.
Because we've got not much else to do while we're waiting for this bacon to do its thing. I think you can kind of have it whole, and it looks really nice.
Well, Fiera, if I was gay, then that means I'd be bulletproof to you people. You couldn't go after me. I'm gay. I mean, I'm not, but if I was, you couldn't go after me. And considering how open I am on here, do you really think I would have held that one back?
Nice, like in the bowl, kind of this vibes. But I think it's quite hard to eat. And I think as a salad, you kind of want it to, like, it's almost kind of like good food if you're chilling at the beach or those type of vibes on the couch, on the deck in the afternoon.
Oh, that's right. They're only good if they have the exact same opinions as the psychotic, idiot socialist left. Right. And now I'm going to quit talking to the chat unless they have something to say about the cooking video. And you guys can just rage like the toddlers you are. The cookie jar is now closed.
So I think you should be able to eat this with just a fork. You know, like if you're sitting in like a lounger, you should be able to eat this holding your bowl in one hand and with the other. So I actually prefer to cut it, even though I prefer the look of these romaine lettuce all together. So we're just going to cut those, each of those into 3, and then we'll leave that aside. And then we can actually start making our dressing and get that ready, because we just need to cook this bacon, cook the chicken, and assemble. This is quite a common one that's done in the restaurants and hotels around the world. There's like dishes that are unanimous with hotel menus, especially like room service menus. For me, it's like the chicken Caesar salad, the club sandwich, you know, like a burger. Those 3 dishes in particular are very, I would say, unanimous to hotel menus.
Do you get them served with a naked hooker, or is that just me?
And there is something, like, even though sometimes it's good, but often it's not that great, but there is something very luxurious about ordering room service. Maybe it's because when I was growing up, we were never allowed to order room service. To be perfectly honest, we never really stayed in hotels when I was growing up. We were lucky if we stayed in the Holiday Inn, but I guess once I was an adult and that whole room service, I reckon it's movies like Home Alone that kind of really, solidify that idea of room service being luxury. If you get to this point in your bacon and you're worried that you haven't had enough fat come out.
Me, I absolutely refuse to order room service because I can't remember exactly what hotel it was. But they had something called the Gentleman's Breakfast, which is essentially a Denny's Grand Slam. But instead of it being $5, it was $35. Yeah, I'm not going to order that. I'm just going to check out of I'm just going to step out of the hotel, go across the street, go to Denny's, and get the goddamn same breakfast for $30 less. I got no problem paying retail. But when you're asking me to make that jump, no.
Out of your bacon, which is perfectly possible, especially some of the not so good quality ones. Don't be afraid to add a little bit of oil just to help that along.
And again, everything for a traditional Caesar salad you can buy pre-made. You can buy pre-made chicken. Well, actually, that's not traditional, but you can buy pre-made Caesar dressing. You can buy pre-made croutons. You can buy pre-made and pre-cut lettuce.
But you would have rendered out more than you think. But I think to get really good crispy bacon,
well, geez, maybe that's why Jake's broke and I'm not.
You need quite a lot of oil. We're going to use it anyway when we do our chicken. Try and keep it nice and flat.
I used to DoorDash a lot, but then the fees just started to get ridiculous when it was like $16 for a Big Mac versus like $6 if I just went to McDonald's myself. Yeah, sorry, I'm not paying that.
And we'll get it nice and crispy. I'll just wait till...
I wouldn't say I'm cheap. I'd say I'm tight. Like, I don't just throw money at... I don't just throw my money down the burner tube. But, like, if I'm out, for drinks with friends... And we forgot, and, let's say we forgot to say for the, split up the tab. I'll just buy the damn drinks. I don't care. Half the time, even if I'm with a male, even if I'm having dinner with like a male friend, I'll just pick up the tab if we forgot to tell the waitress at the beginning to split the check or separate checks. I'm not going to have her go back, try to figure out who ordered. I got it. It's fine. Just because I value my time. But I'm also not stupid with my money. Could I afford the $35 breakfast at the hotel? Yeah. But when I know there's a $5 option a couple of blocks away, I'm just taking that.
We get this bacon done and the chicken in, and then we'll start the dressing, and we'll make it in the bowl that we're going to serve it in.
The reason your nose is always blocked, it's not what you think. You're not sick, but you always feel like you are. Blocked nose, constant pressure, mouth breathing through meetings, that thick congestion.
Just get another tray ready for our meat for when that's good to go.
Excuse.
It's also a salad that feels like a complete meal to me. You do have a bit of carbohydrate, lots of protein, and yeah, I'm a pretty big Caesar fan, to be honest. It's been a while since I've had one. Maybe that's why I decided to do this recipe. So,
what is wrong with your bacon?
Cooking in stainless steel.
Why is it still in this pan at fucking 6 minutes in? Oh, that's right. You added water.
Pan is all about letting the food tell you when it wants to come up. So obviously one of the...
And you added oil. You shouldn't need to add oil for bacon. Oh my God, this bacon is going to be a train wreck.
You know, we've broken one of the cardinal sins of cooking in a stainless steel pan, which is that you don't put anything into the pan unless it's hot. We did the complete opposite in this scenario. So it's okay in some scenarios. Sometimes rules are made to be broken, but
I don't believe in any rules of cooking. I do believe at some point you have to call a dish something else. But I don't believe in that many rules of cooking.
The biggest tip I can give with stainless steel is let the food tell you when it's ready to come up. If you go to...
Believe it or not, I actually, for once in a blue moon, I actually believe in I actually agree with Iron Gullet here. I generally cook my bacon in the oven.
Pick a piece of bacon up, and it won't pull up easily. It's not ready to release from the pan like that. See how it tore a little bit? Just leave it.
Yeah, that's because you added water to it.
It will let itself release once it's ready.
Jesus, you may as well just put the fucker on a microwave tray. Something I have still never forgiven my mother for. She had one of those god-awful microwave bacon trays in the goddamn 80s and 90s. I've still never forgiven her for it. Microwave bacon, what a fucking bunch of bullshit.
And once it's ready, you can flip it over a few times, and you'll get nice, lovely, crispy bacon. And I think you want that crispness in the bacon, which is why we're using, this kind of streaky bacon as opposed to back bacon, which is, I'm sure a lot of Americans will say that back bacon's not even really bacon, but it is.
Technically, Canadian bacon is not ham. It is the back of the bacon. It's just a lot leaner. But if I was going to have crispy Canadian bacon, I wouldn't add water, first off, so fuck that. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking with water. But, if I was to do Canadian bacon and I wanted it nice and crispy, yeah, little oil in a pan, and then fry it up for probably a minute on each side.
I think that's the interesting thing about bacon is that it's not... bacon becomes bacon when it's gone through the curing process and the smoking process. Although, however, not all bacon is smoked, but...
No, bacon is... Okay, American bacon is pork belly. Just because something has gone through the exact same curing process doesn't mean it's bacon. Like when they do pork cheeks and they cure it exactly like bacon or ham, then it becomes guanciale. Again, just because something is cured or done in the exact same way, it's completely different because it's a completely different part of the fucking animal. Oh my God, this guy has got to be a New Zealander.
More so about the curing process.
I just remember that an old boss of mine, he was a guy that immigrated to America from Australia, and fucking Christ, he would call New Zealanders the island of retards.
But we're getting some good color here, and you'll be surprised that sometimes it'll feel not super crispy, but they got the right color. It'll crisp up as it cools down, as those kind of fats start to solidify again.
Not if you steamed it during the initial process, oh my God.
It'll certainly start to crisp up. So we're not too far away here from having this done. And then we actually want some of the heat to come out of this pan, because just like the bacon, we want to cook the chicken in the same way. So I'm going to turn the pan off, because it's going to take a little while for that to come down in temperature, and the residual heat will be...
Okay, so then eye of round and an eye of round steak and a ribeye steak are the exact same things. No, they're not. Bologna, even though it's made mostly of pork, is not the same thing as a pork chop. A hamburger is not the same thing as a goddamn steak.
Enough to cook that. And that's, for me, is about the right color for bacon. I'm going to take that off and put
that bacon looks pathetic.
that on a rack, and I'll show you. I'll show you with this piece in a second. This is still kind of floppy.
Oh my God, that looks horrible.
We'll put that on this side, and I'll show you in like 5 minutes. That'll be crispy as. So sometimes you'll be like, oh no, it's my bacon's not crispy. Just let it cool down.
You did hamburger steak. That's because steak and hamburger are two different things. That's why Salisbury steak is its own thing. Because it's not actually a steak. Fucking idiot.
It'll crisp up, I promise. If the color's good, it'll be fine. Get those last pieces out. And I remember the bacon is like, unless, if you've got chicken in the salad, your bacon's not your protein. Your bacon is there as like a seasoning, right? It's that kind of salty, meaty, umami thing that kind of complements the salad as opposed to kind of...
Yeah, and I love steamed bacon with my Caesar salad.
being the main part of the salad. So we don't need heaps of bacon if you've got chicken in here, unless you want it. If you want lots of bacon, then knock yourself out. I'd like that piece to be a little bit more cooked, to be perfectly honest. Hasn't even been in 5 minutes.
I said I would ignore them for everything except anything cooking related.
Let's see how sturdy this piece of bacon is now. Rock solid. Less than a minute ago, oh, there we go. I've lied to you. But less than a minute ago, that was completely floppy, and now it's lovely and crispy.
This digital calendar lightening my mental load makes it worth every penny. I wasn't fully convinced the Skylight calendar.
Okay, we'll let a bit of heat come out of this pan, and then we'll get our chicken into it. The reason we don't want a ripping hot pan is because we want to render some of the fat out of that chicken before we start to cook it through. So I've only got salt on that side. That pan's probably could be a little bit colder, but we're going to get this chicken in anyway. Away from ourselves. Okay, season the underside with salt. I'll just go wash my hand.
Where is the fucking pepper? Are people allergic to pepper? Black pepper! Peppermill! You have one right there!
And then we'll season with pepper as well on that side. And then we're going to use one of the Andy Cook's protein presses to get a bit of, turn your pan on, to get a bit of direct contact with that lovely, you know, there's olive oil in there as well as bacon fat, but it'll be very infused and smoky. So a bit of pepper. Oh, that's white pepper.
Thank
that's right.
fucking God!
White pepper or black pepper, doesn't really matter.
Black pepper is a little harsher than white pepper. White pepper is a little milder than black pepper, but they, for all intents and purposes, 99 times out of 100, they're probably just interchangeable.
White pepper's better because you don't really see it as much. You don't get like speckles. And protein press on top. These are still available. The Andy Cooks, or the first round of Andy Cooks protein presses, but once the ones that are in stock are out, they will not be replaced. We have a new style coming out in a couple of months, but if you want one of the original ones, that I encourage you to jump online now and go grab one. You can see here, this one, I was doing a bit of testing on a prototype.
Well, you don't have to use pepper and you don't have to use salt, but in my experience, it's a good idea to do it.
And now it's got a big hole in it. Because that's what we do, is we try and test things. It didn't work out. What the theory was, it didn't really work out. I guess I can tell you. The idea was, if we had a hole in the middle, we could use it to put a probe through and check the temperature of your steaks while you're cooking without having to remove your protein press, which I thought was a genius idea. But the issue you have is, if you actually use your protein press to make smash burgers, you end up with like one of those hydraulic videos with crayons and meat just popping up through the hole. So that chicken's going to cook like that for about 10 minutes on a low heat. While that's happening, let's get this dressing made. The other genius thing about the salad is you can use the same bowl to serve it in to make your dressing. First things first, you want 2 egg yolks. If you are not into eating raw egg, this is not the dressing for you. Go and find some pasteurized egg yolks and you will be fine.
Yeah, and basically, unless you are under the age of 5 or below the age of 80, you should be just fine. Oh, cookie dough does. But again, like I said, if you get salmonella from an egg, you got the like 1 egg in like 1,000,000 or something. It's some ridiculous number. You'll be fine. And even if you do get salmonella, you got about a 99% chance of surviving it.
Some people are not into eating raw eggs, and that's okay. Some people don't mind it. I think it also depends on what country you're from. Some people, yeah, save the whites. Make a meringue or something, I don't know. Okay.
I wouldn't bother. There's no way I'm going to make a meringue the same goddamn night I'm doing a Caesar salad.
So cooking all about sensors, I can hear that chicken over there is kind of starting to not really fry, which is not ideal. So we're going to, once we've got this egg yolk out, we're going to turn that back up and get some frying action happening again. That should come back up to temperature. So to our 2 egg yolks, the first thing we're going to do is add some anchovies. Critical part of this dish, I think. I'm going to add 3 nice big anchovies. You could add more if you're that way inclined. You could add none if you're that way inclined. Like I said at the start of the video, this dish originally didn't have anchovies. I'm actually going to add 4, but that's okay. We're going to use a fork first of all, and we're just going to mash those anchovies into those yolks.
Not to be an asshole, but you don't mash.
The other thing that we've got is garlic. Traditionally, this would be served tableside, and this dressing would be made in
Those anchovies are barely breaking
front of you as the customer, and the garlic would just kind of be rubbed into the bowl. It wouldn't actually kind of be super garlicky. I quite like the garlic. But just be careful because the raw garlic is pretty pungent. So if you are on the first date or...
Oh, yeah, no. Anchovies are one of the ingredients in a Caesar salad dressing to juice.
You just don't love
that doesn't shock me at all. Just... I would probably put this in one of my deli containers and just use an immersion blender.
Intenseness of raw garlic, then maybe just do half.
I mean, unless he's smashing the shit out of it now, this doesn't seem like it's going to work.
A clove. Okay, you really want to work these anchovies into the yolks. It doesn't need to be like one smooth paste, but you definitely don't want any kind of big pieces. I think that way you're going to get like good even flavour throughout the whole dressing and all the salad. So next we've got our garlic clove. I'm just going to finely grate that in. I missed. In you go. Give that a mix. Listening, I can hear.
So he goes for a finely grated garlic and then just throws in great big chunks.
Yeah, this is starting to really come up again, which is what we're after. We're going to have a little peek under the hood. Same as the bacon. We want the food to tell us when it's ready to go. If it releases, we're good. We don't have quite enough colour yet. Put that back there. Put those there. Put that back on. Keep that heat where it is. Okay, so we got garlic, anchovies, and egg yolks all nicely mixed.
God, that just looks like vomit. And those are still pretty big chunks. Again, this would have been better served if you'd have done this in a food processor or a blender.
Next, we're going to add some Dijon mustard. Again, not traditional, but very common now. Worcestershire sauce, that was traditional. Say a teaspoon of that, and we'll work that in. You're building an emulsion here, so I think it's quite important not to just dump everything in and just start mixing and hope for the best.
That still has
You're
great
going to end
big
up
chunks
with
of
a
anchovy
split
in
dressing,
it.
which is not the idea. And the benefit of adding the Dijon is it helps as an emulsifier really, really well. Okay, next we've got cheese. I'm going to finely grate some cheese in here. Kind of around 20 grams, I guess. Give or take. Some pepper. Give that a mix. The cheese will...
All right, now, idiots, why didn't he add salt? Dum 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 da 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 da. It's the parm.
Kind of absorb a lot of the stuff, but it will be let down once we start adding the oil. We're also going to add the juice of like half a lemon at this point and stir that through. It's also going to let that whole emulsion back down a little bit, which is kind of what we're after. It's looking a bit thick. Okay, now it's time for the oil. So, like all emulsions, we want to add our oil slowly and mix the whole time. And if it gets too thick, we can add a little bit of water.
Again, this would be easy if you just used your fucking food processor.
And the water will just help thin it out. Because the issue is if your dressing's too thick, two things can happen. One, it's hard to kind of dress your leaves with. And two, you risk it splitting. If it's too thick, it'll split as well. We don't want to split dressing. So slowly...
I don't know, for Caesar salad, that still looks like shit.
Add our oil, good quality extra virgin olive oil, nothing too punchy. If it's too punchy, it'll start overpowering everything, which is not what we're after. We want to taste all those other delicious flavors, as well as tasting a bit of olive oil. Stir that through. And then, like I was saying, we're starting to get a little bit thick here. Just gonna add a little bit of warmer, room temp water. That'll let it down, makes it easier to dress.
Oh yes, because water and oil just do oh so fucking well together.
Stops the risk of it splitting. Bit more olive oil. It is a pretty heavily dressed salad too. If you're someone that wants to be light on the dressing, you can, but
this is the first time I've seen a Caesar salad dressing that was fucking yellow.
I think this is kind of half the joy of this salad, is the dressing. Like all good cooking, taste as you go. It's great. Full of umami. It actually needs a little bit of salt, but even with those anchovies, lots of lovely cheese flavour coming through there as well. Really good. Enough acid from the lemon. And that's our dressing done. Okay, back to our chicken. We are going to flip this and just finish it cooking on that side. We're going to cook it till it's about 62 degrees internal, and then we'll come back. We'll let that cool slightly before we carve it up and get ready to serve.
University of Phoenix is built for real life. At some schools, to save money, you have to move fast and load up on courses. We keep it simple. Take one course at a time with fixed, affordable tuition. Get started at phoenix.edu.
Our laundry sheets are mixed, rolled, dried, and cut right here in Kentucky. While other companies are raising...
Okay, we got everything ready. We're going to first of all dress our leaves. I like to also get some croutons in there pretty early as well.
Please say he's gonna actually at least cut these damn things.
Get rid of that. So not all of them, and
okay,
I kind of want to break them up a bit. But like about half, I guess. I like it when the croutons get all covered in the dressing. And
you mean soggy?
Yummy. Yummy. We'll do the same with the bacon. We're not going to put all of it in there, but we want some of it kind of crushed up so that you get like the, you know, not...
Okay, so your bacon isn't crispy. Because if your bacon was crispy, it would have crushed itself into bacon bits with your hands. So you're full of fucking shit.
Nice bits of bacon all the way through it. And then we're going to top...
Those aren't bacon bits or bits of bacon. Those are literally ripped up strips of bacon.
Toss.
Yeah,
Tossing
those are
like
just
this is all
bits
about
of bacon.
Patience.
Hell, if you're going to have bacon like this in your Caesar salad, you may as well just save yourself the trouble of cooking it and just buy the pre-cooked crap.
You know, really get underneath everything, work it around, pick up the dressing. You're basically trying to pull the dressing from the bottom to the top, and hopefully not too much falls out like's happening right here. But you want every piece of lettuce, every piece of crouton, everything to be kissed by that dressing. And that's super important. So just keep tossing for as long as it takes until you think
And by the way, this guy claims that he's a professional chef.
That everything is nicely coated. Also really important to kind of do this right before you're about to serve it, which I think is probably one of the reasons why it's done tableside as well, because it's kind of a ticking time bomb at this point. Like, optimal eating time is like, you know, straight after it's finished being tossed, because the lettuce just starts to wilt and you want the crunch of that romaine.
Well, if you want that, you haven't even cut your chicken yet.
To remain. Sometimes I wonder about myself. Okay, we're just going to clean up the rim. As a famous chef once used to tell me, The rim of the plate is for the customer. The rim of the plate is for the customer. Yeah, chef. Okay, calm down. It's all right. Now we start putting some other stuff on there. So we get some eggs in there.
That's not a Caesar salad. You're getting way closer to a Cobb salad.
Nice jammy eggs. Maybe slightly more cooked than I would have liked, if I'm honest. That was 7 minutes in boiling water. Maybe 6.5 would have been better.
Okay, Caesar salad does not have hard-boiled eggs in it. This is getting closer to a Cobb salad, which does.
A few more croutons. Just broken in half. Scattered about. Some bacon. Nice big bacon.
Again, let's just put down bacon strips.
In pieces.
Again, that bacon, I can tell by the way it's coming apart, is not crispy. So you lied.
Then we'll carve our chicken. So this is obviously still on the bone. That's just like little chef treat, that piece. So I like to carve kind of nice pieces with a bit of skin on each one. And ideally this is...
Of course, God forbid you serve at you cut at a 45-degree angle, but you know, hey, that's
kind of room temperature, this chicken. If you put this in hot, it's going to, well, it's going to wiltle your lettuce a lot quicker than if you didn't. So let it come down to temperature. It doesn't have to be cold, but you definitely don't want it hot. And if you're going to not do it with skin on, then you just follow the same technique pretty much. You're just going to struggle to get a lot of colour on it. So in goes our chicken pieces. And I'm just going to give it a nice big grate of Parmesan. And we'll take a photo of it. Have a taste.
This is something that, while it might look wonderful, it would eat like shit. His chicken pieces are huge. They're not seasoned with a damn thing. Or, okay, what they are seasoned with is not going to be enough to stand up to the dressing, so... And it did look dry.
So there it is. A dish created in Mexico from an Italian immigrant to Mexico for rich American royals. Well, not royals, but, you know, aristocrats. I don't even know if that's the right word. But now, a very common salad around the world. And it might be the most famous salad. I can't think of anything more famous. What does it taste like? It's savory, smoky, full of umami, and feels extremely familiar.
Look, I don't know how to tell you this, but your crispy bacon is literally wiggling around like an old man's dick. Yeah, that was a fucking disaster. Okay, let's do some sandwich cutie cats. Because she is a cutie cat, I'll give her that.
Are you hungry? Want me to make you a snack?
So this is spinach artichoke dip, okay? Spinach, garlic, this, artichoke hearts. Chop them up. Right in with the spinach. Let it cook. I assume this is either sour cream and cream cheese. Spin this around, a bunch of provolone, other cheeses, and then put into a ramekin. And then, oh, she's making her own tortilla chips. Damn! I mean, even though you're a fucking whore online, at least you're making your own goddamn tortilla chips. And they look pretty fucking good.
Perfect. Here you go.
I'd eat the shit out of that. Let's do another one. Bacon artichoke dip melt.
Are you hungry? Want me to make you a sandwich?
All right. At least that will probably end up. I assume this is the bacon artichoke. Yeah, you see, that's crispy bacon. Yeah, you hear that crack? I assume that's the artichoke dip she made from the previous video.
Perfect. Here you go.
That actually looks delicious. Alright, so now we'll do this from Popeye, Wimpy's famous burger.
About time I fixed myself a wimpy burger. Mustard, ketchup, salt, pepper. My goodness.
Well, blow me down. I'm not by the Sailor Man.
Guess it's about time I fixed myself a wimpy burger. Mustard.
And actually, the Wimpy was actually a it was a burger chain. I think in Canada. But again, could be wrong on that. I know it was a burger chain, but alright, hopefully this doesn't get me nailed for copyright, but fuck it.
I'm never brushing my teeth again, unless it's with a toothbrush made from this burger.
I think I just had my first burgasm.
This isn't it. Is it at all possible this is the same burger you had 8 years ago, only could never live up to your ridiculously high expectations?
Okay, look, so this isn't the place.
You've got to find Marshall that burger.
Lily, I think we're all eating that burger.
No, if Marshall says this isn't the burger, this isn't the burger. Did you guys change cooks or something?
Place is modeled after this other place uptown with the same green door and burger sign.
What? Uptown? Where?
106th and Manhattan Avenue.
You know that burger place isn't gone. It just moved to a new location. And I can tell you where that is for $100.
So we paid the guy, and 20 minutes later...
Thank you. This is it.
Yes!
This isn't it.
What? No,
Good old Regis Philbin. Okay. Just because I feel like being a little ornery today. By the way, Jake made an incredibly stupid video called the Hardcore Christian Simulator. He was playing Kingdom Deliverance, whatever the fuck. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Yeah, it's a game set during the Middle Ages. You fucking retard. Yeah, that'd be like I make an Assassin's Creed game, or I make a game where you're a Templar defending Jerusalem from Saladin and it not being Jesus-y. Well, let's see what the dipshit had to say on this one. He made this 2 days ago. All right. Oh, he did my chicken enchilada video. All right. We'll see what he had to say about it. Again, I would like to reiterate that, let me just check. Actual cooking, he has still not uploaded a video for 2 years. Hey, today we have chicken. Must be taking him forever to make that book. Meanwhile, Stephen King can crap out a new book about 2 to 3 times a year.
YouTube does not require you to say any of those things. No one is going to subscribe immediately to you. Make a video worth subscribing to. That's my advice.
Enchilada. Make a dish worthy of my attention. That's my advice. First thing we gotta do is make our enchilada sauce.
Enchiladas.
So, to a pot, I'm gonna add 4 tablespoons of olive oil.
All right. I want you to have the confidence to just eyeball some oil in the bottom of the pan. Okay?
You know what? No, just because it pisses you off. I'm going to keep using measuring spoons. Just because it pisses you off. Even though I eyeball shit all the time. But just because it pisses you off, I think I'm going to start using measuring spoons a lot more. Just because it causes you pain. And then we want to add 4 tablespoons of flour. And basically you want to whisk
an oil-based roux.
This until a nice roux forms. Well, the roux is just flour and fat. Oil is fat. Butter is fat.
Sure. Surprised it wasn't like lard or something.
And then it's time that we add 8 tablespoons. You heard that correct? 8 tablespoons of chili powder, along with 2 teaspoons of onion powder, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of salt,
okay,
half a teaspoon of cumin, half a teaspoon of oregano.
Okay, the chili powder is going to blow his ass up. This is going to be really hot. So,
I ate the shit out of it.
When you make enchiladas, it's usually like sweet ones, and oregano would be good. You could do
sweet. Enchiladas are sweet. I've made 2 of them. What the fuck? I have never seen a sweet enchilada sauce. What are you talking about, you utter retard?
Oregano. You know, you'd have like some ancho. You'd probably have some. What are the poblanos? I'm forgetting what they're called. I have some in my cabinet or like my stand.
The poblanos. What the? They're called poblanos. What are you talking about?
And right now, why can't I think of those? Anyway, the dried poblano is really good. Dried jalapenos are good. Chipotle.
Except chipotles are, while they, yes, are habanero peppers, they've been soaked and steeped in a sauce. That's what turns them into chipotles. I don't think they have that equivalent for poblanos.
You could do our bowl, just a couple of them, maybe one. Anyway, you'll get a more round, fruity flavor. You can also do like fresh chilies if you have them.
Oh my god, this guy doesn't know what the fuck. Oh my god, I'm actually embarrassed that at one point I thought this guy might be my equal. I'm honestly embarrassed. You're just making shit up. You are literally just making shit up. There is no... do they even sell dried poblanos? Outside of Amazon, which sells every fucking thing on the planet. Chipotle peppers are jalapenos, but they've been steeped in a sauce to become chipotles. Oh my God.
If you want, it just depends on what you're making. I mean, an enchilada sauce is almost always dry. But if you do just dried chili powder, like in the can or whatever, that stuff is usually like hot chili.
Dried chili powder in a can. I've heard of chili sauce in a can, but I've never once got a can of chili powder. Maybe a jar. Maybe a bag. I've never gotten it in an aluminum can. Chili sauce, sure. Oh my God, this guy does not know what the fuck he's doing.
Powder, and it's not going to be the same flavor profile. And we'll blow you up a little bit.
Yeah. This is where I know if me and you ever actually do ever meet on the field of a culinary competition, I'm gonna kick your ass. Like you just left yourself wide open, kid.
On show is poblano. There we go. Yeah, okay. That's what I was thinking then.
Okay. Let's say, because I don't know that much about ancho peppers. Let's say he's right. Let's say it is. Oh wait, that's right. They went through a smoking process. They went through a spice process. And then they went through a drying process. So they're no longer poblanos. Again, much like chipotles can't be called jalapenos, even though the peppers in chipotles are the same fucking thing. It's one went through a process that fundamentally
like
changed it.
Yeah, so I wouldn't use that.
Oh, you mean my food that people can actually eat?
Canned stuff. Like, he probably didn't like this very much.
I ate the shit out of it. I mean, you can believe that or not. There's no way I can prove that I did. There's no way you can prove that I didn't.
You hit this with chicken stock, though. I'm in. I don't hate his technique. I actually love that he's making a roux correctly. I think he's spending the time to toast the spices as well. I'm not crazy about the olive oil, but if it's all you got and you want enchiladas, you can.
No, that's what my recipe called for.
Use it. I just don't think the flavor is going to be as traditional as like lard or even butter. But I mean, you know, you can use what you got. I don't care.
And then you want to add 4.5 cups of chicken broth.
I'm not crazy about how you're not stirring this.
Or chicken stock,
while
your
that's
choice.
going in. Yeah, okay. So what I feel like you shocked the whole fucking thing.
Oh my God, really?
Into clumps, and you just kind of fuck.
Well, there wasn't any clumps when the final product came down, so fuck you.
Up. Like you still, if you beat the shit out of this, you might still be able to save it to some extent, but you cooled this whole thing down. Just dump a little bit.
And then you want to add.
Okay, I would have stopped. I would have stopped right here, tipped it back over, been stirring. And then it'll...
Yeah, except my sauce was fucking smooth, bitch. Because again, it was still over the heat. It retained most of it, and my chicken stock was at room fucking temperature. Okay, I don't immediately put my chicken stock in the fridge or something. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Or maybe it's because of the fact that I used olive oil instead of butter or lard that I was allowed to get this reaction by doing this. But I assure you, Jake, my dear, wonderful friend, that my sauce was smooth. It was spicy, but smooth.
It'll thicken up and make like almost like a thicker paste, and then do it again, and it'll be a little bit thicker, and then do it again, and it'll start loosening up, and then do it again, and it'll get looser, and then do it again, and it'll be the consistency you want, probably.
Oh, probably. Or you can go with my way, which is correct, and you'll be fine.
I mean, it eventually will. You can only ever do one thing at a time. Yeah, you got to stir this at the same time. Like I said, if he beats the shit out of this, he could save
4.5 cups. I want to add.
The tomato paste here is crazy. What?
Lastly, we want.
All right, buddy. Nope. Tomato paste here is nuts. Tomato paste goes back here when you're stirring it around and doing all this. I don't know why you can't figure this out.
I'm going to whisk this. And you're complaining about the positioning of in a thing that is still mostly liquid. You are complaining about the positioning of my tomato paste. Okay, you have no idea what you're doing. You just hate the fact that I'm me. You consider me right-wing, and right now the Republicans are kicking the crap out of the Democrats. So you're just making shit up. And honestly, again, if we ever met each other in a culinary competition, I would kick the living crap out of you 6 ways from Sunday.
Put the tomato paste back here, and you have to toast this. Now it's just a clump. Everything's going to get...
The order of which you do things in baking might matter, but in cooking, outside of a minority of dishes, nah, doesn't really. Especially in a sauce.
Clumps.
I'm gonna add 4
He's not going to like this.
tablespoons of tomato paste.
This is wrong.
And then, it's wrong! It's wrong! It's wrong! Okay, Jake, again, I'll bring this up for the millionth time. You haven't done shit on your channel for 2 fucking years. Show me how to make enchiladas. Daddy Supreme, show us all how it's done. Give this a nice little whisk. Make sure everything is combined. And then you want to simmer this for about 10 to 15 minutes.
He's so slow.
Weren't you the one that took, you have a burger video. You have a pulled pork that takes 26 minutes. You have a hash brown video that takes 10 minutes. You have a BLT video which takes 14 minutes. Yeah, but I'm slow.
Ew, this is overcooked. I can see that it's overcooked. You've overcooked the chicken already. He probably cooked it to 165 or higher, probably. It looks.
So where do you cook your chicken to? Considering your girlfriend's her stomach is such a fucking pile of pussy that she's got to have that stupid fucking Kerrygold butter because her stomach just can't handle things. But you're going to serve her medium rare chicken. Or medium well chicken. Yeah, give me a break, Jake.
Like it's been cooked twice even, but you can see like it's stranding and starting to turn into like these ropes. This is not...
No, that's because unlike you, Jake, I actually have strength in my arms, and I actually just crushed the chicken and shredded it with my hands. You do know what shredded chicken is, right? I mean, you're supposed to be my culinary superior, and you don't know what the fuck shredded chicken looks like? Oh my god, my greatest rival is a fucking retard.
This is not juicy. You could poach the chicken. You could just use leftover rotisserie or something. Usually I use...
Oh, leftover rotisserie. You mean the driest fucking chicken on the planet, you dumb son of a bitch? Leftover rotisserie chicken. Oh my god! You really are that fucking stupid!
Leftover chicken if I make enchiladas. I wouldn't normally, if they're chicken enchiladas.
Now, was the chicken a little drier than normal? Yeah, of course, because I let it rest. Unlike, Jake doesn't know what the fuck to do. He doesn't know what resting is. But 2, I baked the chicken because I made a lot of it. Because I didn't know how much chicken I would... Well, the recipe called for 4 pounds of chicken. And the only way I know... And the only thing I had to make that all at the same time quickly was the oven. And I may have gotten distracted for a few minutes. But trust me, they were delicious. And this is wetter than your rotisserie chicken. At worst, this is what your rotisserie chicken turns into. So shut the fuck up, Jake.
If there are other stuff, I might make that on purpose. Chicken enchiladas are always leftovers for me.
And rotisserie chicken might be moist the second you get it home if you get it fresh off the rotisserie. After about 15 minutes, any rotisserie chicken I've ever had, I don't care where it comes from, grocery store, Walmart, Target, I don't give a flying fuck, Sam's Club, Costco, it's dry as fuck. And especially if it's day old. If it's leftover. What we have here is 3 cups of cooked chicken, specifically
165 is too far.
cooked chicken breast. You can use thighs if you prefer, but you'll need 3 cups of cooked chicken and then a half a cup of that enchilada sauce we made.
Enchilada.
And then you just want to give this a quick stir around.
Like and subscribe.
Just to make sure the sauce, of course, coats the chicken.
Everything's so slow around here.
Looking for something a little bit like this.
A little bit, but not exactly.
Okay, it should look a little bit... Gee, at least I make cooking videos unlike you fat sack of crap. Something like that when you're done.
Twice.
All right, let's start making enchiladas.
Enchiladas. Yeah, I mean... This is the way you would do it, I guess.
Okay, we have our tortilla.
Like, you definitely mix some of it.
Spread. And then we want to take some of our
tortilla
chicken.
spread? Okay, that's not the way you do that
Start
either.
wrapping it up. But remember that we would like to have some cheese with this.
It's bag cheese, brother.
So add just...
All right, these need to be dipped in the sauce.
A little bit of cheese.
They will be, dickhead.
Wrap it up and...
All right, now. Wrong.
Oh, really? What is the proper way to make enchiladas?
These need to be dipped in the sauce.
I'm going to pour the sauce over them. What's the difference between dipping them and pouring the sauce over them? Please tell me, Yoda. What's the fucking difference? This is what Jake always does. He stops the video, says something that he thinks epically owns me, and then I literally just prove him wrong. I dumped the sauce over the thing. Exactly like if I had dipped each one of them in it.
Or it's not enchiladas, it's like wet burritos. Enchiladas, like, they're in chili. right? In Chili's.
No, they're not. Maybe in your fucked up mind, but not in mine.
Enchiladas.
I thought about doing corn tortillas for these. I truly did. But I hate corn tortillas. Like with a capital H, hate corn tortillas.
Like
but then again, I'm also the spawn of Satan, so.
It's about the chiles. So anyway, especially if you use corn tortillas, flour, even though you got to dip it in the sauce.
Except I did.
And
I
then
poured
usually
the
heat that on a
sauce over
plancha,
it, you
and then
dumb motherfucker.
You roll it up with the stuff inside, and then you put it
Fuck
in a dish,
off.
and then you bake
Fuck
it, and
off.
then another layer of the sauce over top with cheese down the middle. But Jake, these aren't enchiladas; they're enchiladas. Oh fuck! Watch out, Ann.
Place it wrap side down.
165 is necessary to kill everything, including the texture of the chicken. 165 is for chicken nuggets. Okay.
So wait, 165 is for chicken nuggets. Oh, then what is the proper temperature to pull chicken? Because the USDA has basically said it's 165. When do you pull it, Jake? When it's 140? So you got that. Maybe that's why, Jake, your fiance or wife or whatever that fucking bitch is to you, has chronic stomach problems because you keep feeding her medium rare chicken.
Safe for chicken nuggets or any other processed chicken. Not safe for your chicken breast. 145, and just don't bite into it the second it turns 145, and you'll be good. 145 and let it rest, you'll be fine.
Jake, look, let's drop the rivalry. Let's drop everything. I'm just speaking to you as a human being, to a fellow human being. This is why Sarah has stomach problems. Because you keep feeding her medium well chicken. There is not enough residual heat left in a piece of chicken to finish cooking properly before the temperature starts falling. If you were at 145, you were out of your fucking mind. Pork, yes. Right now, pork is so clean, you can have medium well pork. A steak, I would say that's overdone. Chicken, no. Oh my God, no wonder the poor girl has to goddamn have this special diet. Her dipshit husband doesn't know how to cook chicken.
I promise. Chefs go even lower. They'll go like...
Oh my God, okay, yes. Are there chickens that you can eat medium rare? Yes. Guess what? They're highly specialized, super expensive birds that Jake can't afford. Jake is shopping at the same fucking grocery store I am.
130. I don't like it. I think the texture's better higher. But it will be cooked through.
In our baking. So fuck off. Dish. By the way, you should
Yes,
is there chicken sushi? Yes. But these are highly specialized birds. Highly specialized birds that have a specific diet, a specific this, a specific that, where yes, they become safe. But it ain't where Jake's shopping. In fact, if I had to guess, Jake is shopping at Walmart. 300 and...
That said, if I cook a whole chicken, I care way more about the thighs than the breasts. And the titties are still edible. They're just drier.
Jake, you cook a whole chicken. Oh my God. Jake, a whole chicken. First off, I'd love to know how you properly cook a whole chicken, because I guarantee you do it wrong. But the breast is the benchmark for when a chicken is done. Again, this is why your girl needs a specialized diet and has stomach problems all the time. You keep feeding her undercooked chicken. And again, I'm not saying this, Jake, is your rival. I'm not saying this is somebody that I fucking hate you. I'm just saying this is a human being to a fellow human being.
I would rather render the chicken thighs than the chicken breasts getting perfect because I like.
You don't render the chicken breast. There's no fat to fucking. Oh my god! Do you know what render means? Actually, you don't even render chicken. There's not enough fat. Oh my god, this bloomin' fucking retard!
Like the thighs better. And I think you should too.
And 50 degrees.
Actually, I like the wings the most.
Okay. Of course you do. The most pretentious part of the fucking chicken. So we have our tortillas ready to go. We're going to add our enchilada sauce.
You know what I like about this enchilada sauce?
Completely covering the top.
Okay.
Oh, well, where's all the clumps? Where's all the clumps that you said there would be there? Where the fuck are they? Oh, that's right. They're not there because I, unlike you, know what the fuck I'm doing.
Well.
And then we're going to cover this in cheese.
Just cover it in cheese. All right. So you're missing the point of enchiladas.
I'm at the 90-minute mark, and he is. I have to go cook dinner now for friends and family. Am I causing Jake to just fucking go retarded? Like, I mean this in earnest. Like, am I just frying his brain that bad because I'm that much better at this than him? Anyway, that's the show. Good night, everyone. I will see everyone tomorrow.